Some of the best advice I ever received came from my first mentor, who really drilled me on the idea that as business owners, we only ever really have two priorities. The first one is to sign new clients. The second one is to manage clients perfectly. We've all heard that term 80% of revenue comes from 20% of our customers. And I think the longer that we are all in business, the more we realize that to be true, whether it's coming from repeat custom or it's from referrals, word of mouth referrals. Either way, it really prioritizes our customers' experience. We want to make sure that we are delivering to the highest possible standard, not only before a purchase, but during and after as well. And one of the ways that we can do that is making sure that we don't just lose touch with customers after they purchase a product, especially on our website. We now have direct contact with them through email, and so we have an opportunity to nurture that relationship even more. And one of the ways that we can do that is by sending an automated follow-up nurture sequence. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can do that in Squarespace. Now, there are two prerequisites to send in a follow-up nurture campaign to new customers in Squarespace. The first one is you will need to have your store all set up with products in it. And the second one is you will need to have configured Squarespace email campaigns. Now, I have trainings on both of those in the description below. If you haven't set them up, I recommend going and checking out those trainings first and then coming back to this one when you're ready. Now, assuming you have both of those things set up, we're going to select marketing, email campaigns, automations, and we're going to select add to add a new automation. Now, under select a campaign type, select customer activity, and you can just select any one of these. We'll just send a coupon to customers. That can be our thank you for purchasing a product. Now you'll see what that does is it opens up a suggested template, but you can go through and you can select any of these. We're just going to go with this one, so we'll hit preview template, use this template, and then you can configure the email. So here where it's got replace, you can either click and upload a different image. You can hit bin here. You can click this blue plus icon to add a new content block, and you see there's a number to choose from, including text, buttons that you can link to your store, products, blogs, all kind of good stuff. If you want to use the content blocks already included, you can just double click in and just put hello, type your message here, figure out how you like, and you see here if you click on any section, it's going to bring up the email styles. And you can also click this button to quickly match it to your site. So you could just insert your logo and select your theme. And it's going to try and configure it for you. If you want to change that out, you would just click and again choose from your site palette, or you can choose any color here. Once that's all done, you can select email. And this is really important. Where it says automation, click through. Make sure it says after a purchase, and then you're going to select when a customer purchases, and you're going to click in here and either select any product or the specific product that this applies to. So say I did it with the services and pricing guide. I'd go back, and then here where it says send them an email, timing, we'll select when we want to send this email. So maybe I want to send a thank you immediately. Now, if I wanted to send a sequence, so say I wanted to send an email every week for 4 weeks, what I would do is I would follow this exact process and create 4 different emails, same setup, but adjust the timing. So one would say immediately, the second email would say 7 days later, the third email will say 14 days later, and then so on and so on. You can also select custom, so you can adjust this timing to match how you want that sequence to look. With each one, you would just hit back. Make sure you give it a subject. You can add email preview text if you want. You will need to have your sender details and your legal address in here. That's also in the training for email campaigns. And then when you're ready, you can send a test or you can activate automation. So I've just put thank you for your purchase in here so that we can activate it. And you'll see here this notification comes up letting you know your automation is activated. Hit OK. And you'll see it appears in here. And you can change this out here. If you click the 3 dots, you can rename it. So where it says after a purchase, I might want to say what that purchase is, especially if I'm doing this for multiple products and have different email sequences for each one. So I'll name my automation, hit save, and you'll see that is here, and we'll be able to see all the details. If I want to delete this, I can hit delete. I can also pause. This reuse template is really helpful if you're creating that sequence where you're sending multiple times and you want the emails set up pretty much the same way, you're just changing out some text. And as always, you can rename and edit a campaign. We'll delete it for now. And just to give you an idea of what I mean by that sequence, you'll see here I've got my basic welcome sequence, and you see the first one is set up to send immediately, the second one is 1 day later, 2 days later, 3 days later, and 4 days later. So again, you would just follow this exact same process of creating one email, but you'll do it multiple times and adjust the timing for each sequence. And that's how you create an automated sales nurture email sequence in Squarespace. Hey, if you like this video, there's a good chance you'll also like this one.